Have you ever wondered why some people express their ideas clearly, connect deeply with others, and feel confident when they speak, while others struggle with fear, insecurity, or misunderstandings? The difference is their communication skills. And the best part, you can master them too with the right tools. Introducing Assertive Communication with NLP, a 30-day program designed to completely transform the way you speak to yourself and to others. Through 30 practical challenges, live classes, real-time therapy sessions, and expert guidance, you will break through the mental blocks that prevent you from speaking with confidence, improve your inner dialogue, and reprogram your mindset for success. Apply neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, techniques to communicate effectively in any situation. Learn to set boundaries without fear of rejection or guilt. Develop persuasive and influential communication skills for personal and professional success. Master the art of active listening to build deeper connections. Overcome the fear of public speaking and express yourself with ease. Gain emotional intelligence to handle difficult conversations with confidence and calm. NLP empowers you to reprogram your mind for clear, persuasive, and impactful communication. Because when you change how you talk to yourself, you also change how you speak to others and the world. And the best part, the time to start is now. Today is the day to take action, transform your inner voice, and unlock your full potential. Sign up now and take the first step toward assertive and powerful communication. Your transformation starts today. Are you ready? Hello, hello, buenas noches, good evening. When we feel disconnected from the people we care about, life is a lonely place, right? So how can we connect with our family? The key is loving communication. Okay, if that topic interests you, please stick around. It's going to be a really good discussion. At the end of this live, we have a special offer for a course that we're going to be giving, so stay tuned. Okay, meanwhile, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Karen Marinez. I'm an emotional wellness coach. I help the exhausted woman who struggles with low self-esteem, struggles to feel comfortable in her own skin, and as a result, overextends herself to please others. I help you to identify and process your emotions so you can find peace, passion, and purpose. Okay, I ask of you, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And when you do that, you get the message out to others, but it also allows you to comment in the chat. And I love to hear from you. So if you're here, please put in the chat, hey, just say hello, hey, drop it in, whatever that you want to say. And if you want to say where you're from, you can. We have Nancy Mercedes. Hello, Nancy. She's one of our channel members. My dear Elvin in the back. Yolanda, another channel member. Hey, from Palm Bay. We're slowly catching up. Here in New York, it was 62 today. I took mom for a walk. Beautiful day. My Gabby is here. She says, hello, everyone. Renee, hello, Sally. Hey, girls. We have our Nora here. Good evening and buenas noches, y'all. Hey, Nora. Karen, my Karen Renee is here. Leah Vonador, hey. She says, checking in from NYC. And we have Marion from Springfield, Mass. Good to have you all here. Let's get started because this is a really good topic. Cultivating loving family communication. Here are some tips, okay? And we have prioritize active listening. We're going to talk about all of these in detail. Express emotions constructively. Create a safe space for open, honest dialogue. while also engaging in shared activities and rituals to strengthen bonds. I love that word rituals. We usually, when we think of rituals, it's something religious. But as families, we usually create rituals. We want our rituals to strengthen our bonds, to make us closer. And I also love the word safe. We want to create a safe space for our family. Okay. So I don't know if is has anyone in the here read the book The Five Love Languages, or at least know the five love languages, and you know what your love language is. If you do, put it in the chat, please. Carolyn, hey, and Gio, hey. Good to have everybody here. So the five love languages, the reason why I ask, is a simple and effective way to strengthen your connections with loved ones so you can have greater joy and harmony in all your relationships. We're going to talk about that a little later. But the five love languages, Anna, hey, Anna. The five love languages are physical touch, words of affirmation, gift giving, acts of service, and quality time. I'll say it again: physical touch, words of affirmation, gift giving, acts of service, and quality time. So, what's yours? What's your spouse's, siblings, children's? Mm. Can you see how that would positively affect communication in the family if you know your spouse's love language and you know yours, so you can tell people, this is how I feel love the most. Leah says hers is quality time. Mine is two. Number two, physical touch. Yes. So we usually have a one, two, three, right? They go in order. All of us love them all, right? Well, there are some people who don't like to be touched, right? But we all have a priority one. So it just says hers is gift giving, words of affirmation, and quality time. Now, okay, see, so if Itza were my friend, well, she is my friend, but if Itza was here and I wanted to show love to her, un regalito, right? It's a little gift. Mm, that reaches her heart the quickest. With me, spend some time with me. Or when we're talking, either face to face or on the phone, give me your undivided attention. I want quality time. Elvin knows, right? And Elvin, I didn't get to ask you, but I think, look at me, I think that yours is words of affirmation. You confirm for me. Hey, Audis. Nora says hers is acts of service, gift giving, words about. Okay, nice. So acts of service, and Nora's loved ones would say, "Oh, let me do something for her. If she's married, let me take out the garbage for her. Uh, she just went into the bathroom. Let me make up the bed real quick. She'll come out, right? Or the husband takes. I have an aunt, and her husband every Friday would take her car and fill it up with gas, so she didn't have to be bothered with that, right? Acts of service. We want to give to others what they really require, what they love, what brings out the best in them. And can you see how knowing those details would make the communication more loving and reach the heart? So beautiful, right? So yeah, Elvin says his is words of affirmation. Yes. Okay, good. I'm good. Okay. Here we go. The first part of having loving communication is active listening. What does that mean? Simply pay attention, fully engage with family members when they're speaking. Don't, this is me, don't be looking at your phone or looking at the TV. I want eye to eye, right? But what if you're not interested? You say, but she's talking and I'm not. Hi, Jasmine. And I'm not interested in what she's talking about. Or my husband, oh, he talks about his job all the time, right? These are complaints that wives and husbands say about each other. Well, he's like, I don't care about my cousin Kev is here and he's a member. Hey, Kevin, welcome. So good to have you. Thank you for the support. Oh, that's really exciting. That makes me smile. Um, hey, Shanae. Yeah, pay attention even if you're not interested. Listen anyway. People say my husband goes on and on about his job. I don't want to hear about the right, but it's important to him. Make it important to you. And then you say, but how do I keep quiet when someone's talking, especially about something that I'm not interested in? You know what you do? You put your tongue between your teeth and you hold it. And that way, you just sit there and listen. Undivided attention, active listening. And we're going to talk about why it becomes active listening. But paying attention is the best gift you can give anyone, especially children. Okay. Included in active listening is showing empathy. Try to understand that person's perspective and feelings, even, this is the key, even if you do not agree with them. You will not always agree with your loved ones, but it's okay. We're not all cookie cutter. No. And we all have free will, right? But try to understand, at least ask questions. Try to figure out why that person feels the way they feel, why they see things the way they do. You'll understand them better. Showing empathy involves understanding and sharing the other person's feelings. Okay, it's a social and emotional skill that can build up trust and relationships, because trust is very important, right? How do you show empathy? Listen actively, give your full attention, and avoid interrupting. With me, it's, the person nodding their head, or if I'm on the phone with someone and I'm talking, there's a particular family member I have. I won't call her out. I don't know if she's watching. And I'm talking and it's just silence. And I'm like, "Are you there?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm listening." But I want to, some type of or oh, something so I know she's still there. But I know that person, she's looking at TV or something, because after 2 minutes, her attention span is over, and I try to keep my conversations with her concise over the phone. Listen actively. Number two, up under this, is acknowledge, recognize, and validate the other person's feelings. Be non-judgmental. Oh, that's so important. Have an open mind and avoid judging the other person. We as humans, we judge a lot, and it's so unfair. No one likes, you don't like to be judged. I don't like to. So why do it to other people? Let people be who they are. Try to figure out why they're their way. Meet them meet them halfway, meet them where they are. Another thing for empathy is be supportive, offer support and encouragement. We all need support and encouragement, right? Nonverbal communication is also good. Facial expressions, body language, this would be like, right? But this is more like, right? I'm actively listening. And then follow up, check in with the person after they've gone through a difficult situation. Hey, just checking in. How's it going? Right? We especially hear that after funerals, for instance. Everybody's there for the funeral and the repast, and everyone goes back to their lives. But the family members, they have that ache in their heart, that hole in their soul. Let's keep in contact with them to give them the support that they need. Right? Here are some examples of empathy statements if you want to write them down, because sometimes it's like, I don't know what to say, right? Here's one. I can imagine how upset you must be, right? Another one. I understand you don't have much time. Another one. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with this. And another one is, I can see how difficult this has been for you. You see the non-judgment. Now, well, girl, I've been through worse things than that. That bothered you? That's not being empathetic. And lastly, it's totally natural that you would feel this way, right? No judgment, empathy with love. That's loving communication. When there's empathy wrapped up in there, oh, it's good. All right. Another thing with active listening is ask questions. Encourage the person to further explain themselves. Show genuine interest in what they have to say. Because we're trying to communicate, and we need to pull up from that person what they're thinking and feeling, right? And then we want to acknowledge and validate. Let family members know how that you understand their feelings. You heard them. You understand, even if you do not agree with what they said. They're entitled to their opinion, their thoughts, their feelings, their perceptions of things. We're all so different. And I'm sure all of you can agree, if you have other siblings, you came from the same womb. same father, same household, and you see things totally different. It's amazing. But that's how we are as humans. So we don't judge, try to understand and hear the person out. That's active listening. Okay, that's the first one. And empathy is really involved, all tied up in the active listening. All right, number two is constructive communication. So here we go. We need to communicate, right? Use I statements. I feel, not you always. Express your feelings and needs without blaming or accusing others. So if I say I, then I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you how I was affected by what you did, how I felt about you. Instead, you never spent time with me. Honey, I would really like it if we scheduled ourselves, synchronize our schedule so I could have more time with you. I miss you. That's so much better. You never, right? You always spend so much, you always shop and bring home stuff and you overspend and you mess up the budget. You know what? When I see that we're behind, we're not on budget, it really makes me nervous. Can we try to work out sticking to the budget? How can I help you with that? Right? Or your teenager wants to be a recluse in their room. You hardly see them. They come in, how was your day? Good. And they go to their room. And you go and yelling and screaming, you always in this room. What's wrong with you? I'm tired of this. You need to spend time with the family. If the child is a recluse, they'll even more want to stay in the room with that attack. It's an attack. Or you could say, my son, I love you so much. You know, I miss spending quality time with you. Can we do something together one evening this week or maybe over the weekend? He's a or she's a reasonable person, they'll, right? Respect, even if it's a child, a teenager, a young adult in your home. It's still important to use the I statements to communicate constructively because the purpose of communication, and this is where we get all tied up, we're communicating with what's the purpose? To draw closer to the person, to let the person know how I feel about something. They, right? I know what you're thinking, you know, right? We're open about this. But if I communicate and the thing, it just blows up, I throw the flame oil and it just whoosh, right? Then that's not constructive because now it's now it's an all-out war, right? That's how couples end up being in competition with each other, fight, 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 argue, argue, the parents with the child with, oh my goodness. And the house is definitely not a safe place. It's not warm and inviting. But that's why we're here, right? Because we want to learn how to lovingly communicate with our family members. Okay. So, constructive communication, use I statements. I feel, I would like, when you did this, it affects me in this way. Another one is express appreciation. This is something that we leave out a lot too. Regularly acknowledge and appreciate your family members' efforts and contributions. Everyone contributes in some way. Wives, you're a wife. Do you see your husband do something and you say, well, that's what he should be doing? Husbands, do you acknowledge the things your wife does to keep the house clean and organized and going, right? Words of affirmation. You see that love language, hon? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It doesn't take much. And what about the children? See, the last generation felt if I commend these kids, they're going to become arrogant. No. Instead, I'll break them down. That is so not true. Children are just like us. They belong to the human club. They and we all thrive on commendation and appreciation. On the job, our boss comes over, supervisor taps our shoulder, great job. Good. We light up. It makes us feel good. We'll work extra for that type of boss or slips you a nice bonus. We couldn't have made that sale without you. Thank you. Oh, right? We all thrive on commendation and appreciation. Please commend your children. And if it's hard for you to say it because you didn't grow up in that environment, write a note, leave it in their little backpack, put it on their pillow. And think about this, especially those who battle with negative internal dialogue now as adults. That constant record in your head that goes, it's a un disco rayado. It's a, how do you say that? It's a scratched record, and it just do the same thing over and over and over. Where did you get that internal dialogue from that's so negative? The parents, your parents or your caregivers who said those things either directly to you, or that's how they made you feel: stupid, inept, uh, insecure, incapable, I can't, whatever the thing. So make an effort to change the words that you say to your children so that their song, their record is a pretty melody that they'll hear inside their heads for the rest of their lives. I can do this. I'm capable. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. I'm handsome. The world is my oyster, right? If you say it to your children, they will believe it. And that's the record that will play on in their heads for the rest of their lives. So you choose. You choose, and you know how that feels, that negative internal dialogue. So do this different, do better. Let's do better for the next generation. It's so important. And if you have children and you have spoken to them like that, thank you. It's a broken record. And you have spoken to them like that, you can change now. Don't say, well, I already start. No, change, please. Please. All right. In the chat, Alejandro has put the group chat for my emotional wellness, where we put announcements. I post the upcoming YouTube titles and all that stuff. If you're not in, join. Okay, feel free. Another thing is to focus on solutions. This is so important. When conflicts arise, and there will be conflicts, don't think your marriage is falling apart because you don't get you have moments where you don't get along or see eye to eye. You're two very independent people. Or your children that you raise, that their minds are so different, and you're like, where did they get this from? Everybody's entitled to have their feelings and their thoughts, but when they arise, work together to find mutually beneficial solutions instead of dwelling on the problem. We all make mistakes, right? So the glass breaks and you're yelling at the child, or the husband gets a new car and the wife drives it and she gets a ticket, or she scratches the rim or something, right? And it's this whole rant about what happened. What's done is done, right? You say, okay, how can we fix it? It's okay. Let's try to fix it or minimize the damage together. Let's work it out. That's all. Take the car to the mechanic. Get whatever. But don't focus, don't stay there where there's something that happened wrong. Something went wrong. We all make mistakes. All right. Another thing is to practice respect. Even when we're disagreeing, we have to agree to maintain respect for each other's opinions and feelings. So we have to watch our tone. We can be very sarcastic, very, talk down to the other person as if they're not intelligent. We have to watch our volume because we can get loud, right? Remember that what we say in those heated moments cannot be erased from the air. Like we can write a text message and erase it real quick before the person saw it. You can't do that in a conversation. It's out. And once it's said, the damage is done. And you may apologize 1,000 times, but the damage is done. And no name calling, please. No yelling. This is family. This is a human, either that you birthed or that you took vows with to spend the rest of your life in sickness and in health till death do you part. Build up your home. It's so worth it. Be kind. Always say please and thank you, right? And excuse me. And be humble enough to say, I'm sorry. All those things build up a home. Ooh, and it makes it a safe place. So that gets us into number three, creating a safe and supportive environment. So the first way to do that is encourage open dialogue. Create a space, literally, in your home where family members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings openly. I have a lot of clients, they suppress. Why? Because no one wanted to hear that. No one cared. It wasn't safe. But if everyone feels safe enough to express their feelings, they're not going to be judged or criticized for being honest. Communication can run free and we're allowed to be who we are. How wonderful is that? Create an environment where those in your home are allowed to have a bad day. Now, what you coming in here with that face for? You better straighten your face up. What if the child had a really bad day at school, bullied, whatever? But with that kind of reaction, the child doesn't feel safe to say, Mom, this happened, or the husband to say, or the wife to say, right? Create a safe space where people are allowed to be happy. Now, what are you so happy about? What you smiling about? People shouldn't be judged or put down or made to feel guilty because they're happy, but this happens in households. Or the mother, to a grown child that still lives at home, that saved their money for a nice trip. You went on that trip and you left me all alone? Guilt trip. So they took a trip and now he comes or she comes back and the mother puts him on a guilt trip. Let people be. Do you? If that mom is my client, I'm helping her to create her own life, design her life in a beautiful way. So she's not looking to her kids to fill her up. She fills herself up. She's got stuff going or she's planning her own trips. They're like, Mom, where you going now? Right? Another thing is to set boundaries. Establish clear and healthy boundaries to protect everyone's needs and well-being. And one thing, I looked this up, is physical boundaries. Personal space, privacy should be respected to an extent, depending on the age, right? No unwanted touch. Some people don't like physical touch. Establish clear limits on that. Ensure everyone feels comfortable. If your child says, Mom, I don't like to be, then respect it. They're entitled. Privacy. Everyone should be able to have access to their own space and personal belongings, a drawer, a closet, a half a closet where their things are respected and they have privacy. Shared spaces establish rules for these things, like the kitchen or the living room, to prevent conflicts. Maybe two people in the house are on a different diet, or now someone's working outside the home, one of the grown children, and they have a special diet and they want a shelf in the cabinet or a shelf in the refrigerator. Work those things out so that they're respected. They're gluten free and no one else is. They're spending extra more. They're spending more for their bread, their gluten free bread. And then the brother comes in and just grabs it when there's other bread for him. And she's like, I spent money on that. Right? Respect. And I'd also add to not to allow people to behave badly in your home. You can't do that here. You got to go. Someone coming in, a neighbor, a friend of the family, another relative, you can't do that here because this is a safe space for me and my family. You take that elsewhere. Boundaries. We always talk about boundaries around here, right? Another thing is to avoid criticism and judgment. Again, refrain from criticizing or judging family members for what they do or feel. People are entitled to feel what they feel, and it may not be how you respond, but that's respect. And of course, no sarcasm. And us females, we have to really be careful with that because we could be quick with that mouth and oof, yeah, very difficult for men to handle sarcasm. Another point is to make communication fun. Incorporate fun activities and conversations to make the communication engaging and enjoyable. Play together, right? Those who didn't grow up playing, work at it, learning how to do that with your children, right? You're playing a board game, cards, tennis, another sport. Ooh, good conversations come out of that, and it's pleasurable. The fourth way is strengthening family bonds. I hope I'm not confusing y'all. Hey, Andrea, welcome. I should have said it's like 3A, B, C, D. Now we're on 4, but this is the, and A would be family rituals. Create and maintain regularly family rituals and activities. It could be game nights. It could be, okay, every Sunday we're going to get together as a family and eat and then do something, a shared hobby. Or every Friday night, some families have as pizza night, right? Here's another thing. A ritual could be, okay, mom cooked. So dad and the kids, we're going to get in that kitchen and we're going to clean it up together. Let's put the music on. We're going to dance around. We're going to get the job done faster because three of us can do it. And we give mom some time for herself. That would be acts of service, a love language, right? That definitely strengthens the family bonds. We don't want to be like strangers living under the same roof. How uncomfortable, and it's uncomfortable. We don't enjoy it, but I said, but what do I do? This is what you do. Another thing is spend quality time together. Make an effort to get together free from distractions. Put those phones away. It's nothing wrong with having the phones, but when you set aside that quality time, really give your mate, your children that attention. And that this helps children to develop the art of conversation, which is dying out. Kids are so used to texting and everything is a paraphrase, instead of be right back is BRB, right? Help talk to them so that they could develop the art of conversation. Couples plan date nights together. Or if you're an older couple, there was a beautiful older couple, so sweet in their 80s. And they would do date days together because they didn't want to be out at night. So he would take her to little lunch, right? A late lunch, and they would just do cute things, plan a special night at home together, do things together, right? That tells your mate, you have a special place in my life. I enjoy being with you. I like you. That's really important to like who you're with, right? Communicate intimacy, express affection and appreciation to your family members, hugs and kisses to your mate and the children. It can even be unspoken words, a touch, a loving look, a wink, a holding of the hand, rub the back. I'm here to support you. I love you. Even children, they need that acronym. Thank you, Elvin. And finally, if all else fails, seek outside support. Don't hesitate to seek a therapist, a counselor, yours truly, a coach, if you're struggling with family communication, because it can be very challenging. And especially if we've been in the marriage for some time and we've already fallen into this rut of yelling, of disrespect, of sarcasm, of judging, of criticism, or our children are 15, 20, and that's how we've raised them. And now it's like, oh, I want to do better. You can do better, but you may need some coaching to help you to heal you so that you can heal the ones around you. And y'all know how to find me. My email is Karen M as in Marinez coach at gmail.com. And this is especially for those that will see this in the future. All right. So that is our topic today of loving communication. The highlights are create beautiful rituals, spend quality time together, actively listen. Remember, hold your tongue. Even if you're not interested, listen, right? And do your date nights and nurture your relationships. Do date nights with the children. I have a friend, she would set up date nights with her son and then with her daughter. Separate them. You gonna get this time? And a guy that I watch on YouTube, he's a therapist. I think every Saturday morning he goes to the diner with his son, and then another day he does something with his daughter. That that tells the child you're important to me. I love you and I'm very much interested in you. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the NLP class. It starts on Saturday, March 15th. What does NLP stand for? Neuro linguistic programming. And here's how it helps. If you feel trapped by your fears, limiting beliefs, I can't, anxiety, negative patterns that you just can't. As someone told me today, I'm just in this negative rut. I'm tired. NLP can help you. You will learn to transform your thoughts and emotions to reach your goals. Even if your goal is, I want to take a trip, but my anxiety holds me back. I can't manage to do it. Or I want to go for a new job, whatever the thing. I want to lose weight. I want to have better communication with my husband, with my children. I want to be a better person. I want to be happy. I want to feel good about myself, love my all the things. Okay, so let me tell you about the class and our offer for tonight. Alejandro, si puedes subir lo que tenemos aquí, listo para la gente bella. Just give Alejandro a sec. He's going to put the things up on the screen. All right, there we go. Okay, so the NLP workshop, there's a special offer, 72 hours. Okay, so from today to Thursday. Okay, Alejandro. And what does that include? Let's see what he says. 7 master classes, 7 classes that are pre-recorded. Okay, and you will have a month. The NLP workshop takes place over the course of 4 weeks. You'll have the 4 weeks to review, to watch the 7 recorded classes, and we also have PDFs online. Some people like to watch, some people like to read. They basically say the same thing, and you can review it at your own pace. All right, what's next? Let's see. Alejandro. Okay, we have, it's 4 weeks. Once a week, we have a live Zoom to connect. It's going to be Mondays at 8 Eastern Standard Time. And that's when we chit chat, right? I have an outline. I have something just like how we do. I give the class about 20 minutes, half hour. And then the best part, that part of the class is recorded. So if you can't, oh, Monday at 8, I'm at work, or Monday at 8, I'm asleep, it's okay. It'll be recorded. It'll be put in the chat the next day, and you can view it at your leisure. Okay. But then we shut the camera off. And that's my favorite part. I call it our after dark talk, because since it's not recorded, you can freely express yourself, ask questions, get live coaching from me, because that's what I'm there to go through, though, to do the classes 4 times. Now, Alejandro has on the screen that there are 30 challenges. So there's 1 challenge per day, right? And the challenges each help you to readjust your thinking patterns. And what do? You write it in the chat. Some people say, oh, I don't like saying my stuff in public. So on the group chat, you can send it to me in private and I'll coach you on that. I'm there to accompany you all each day as your coach. So I don't let you go. But you can also do your challenges at your own pace. We may be on day 10 and you may be at challenge number 3. That's okay. There's no pressure, no stress. You do it at any time of the day. So it's not like, okay, every day at 8 a.m. No, the challenge is there. You have the whole day to do it at your pace, at whatever time of day works for you. Okay. And the challenges take about 5 to 10 minutes per day. But guess what? You're worth it. The next thing, let's see what the next part of this is, Alejandro. You get a certificate. When you finish the course, you participate in the course all 30 days, you get a certificate acknowledging that you've completed the class. Okay, let's see what else is going on. What else do we have? There's a bonus. Yes, you get the NLP motivational audio. It's my voice with soft music, but motivational to listen to every day. It's phenomenal. The message is wonderful. Again, it helps to reprogram the mind so we can get out of the rut that we're in, change our emotional well-being. It's phenomenal. And that's yours to keep. And then we have another bonus. I'm waiting on yes, to put it up, to share it. Is a book written by the CEO of Vimes, Marinez. It's about emotional wellness. It's like 185 pages, and it's called Opening Roads Emotionally. All right, so that's part of this offer for the next 72 hours. And your emotional wellness journey awaits you, right? It's a fascinating journey. And the class will get you on the road to emotional wellness and success. Let's see how much it costs. Everybody's like, well, how much does it cost, Karen? Let's see. Alejandro's going to put it up. Vamos a ver. El próximo, Alejandro. El precio, 167. Very nice. That's the special offer, but we have a bonus offer, a special offer. Si lo puedes poner, Alejandro, el otro oferta. For the next 72 hours, it is 127. So from today till Thursday, okay, you have till Thursday to get that special price of 127. Don't miss out on this opportunity. I'm going to read some reviews from a few people that took the class the last time. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat and I can answer them live here. But let me read some of the reviews. Someone said, this program helped me so much. You're all part of my family now, and I love you all. Because imagine all the days everyone is if you choose to put it in the chat, everyone is reading, and we're reading each other's messages, and we're, first of all, we're encouraged by each other, we learn about each other, and we see like, wow, you can see the person transforming before your eyes because it's all up here. We can be totally physically well, but if we think we can't do something, we're not going to do it. So reprogram the brain, and when each exercise pushes you a little more towards the reprogramming and getting out of that rut or changing limiting beliefs or whatever the thing to get closer to our goals, you can see it. So it becomes very much family. Like after a while, it's like a love fest going on. Oh, thank you guys. She goes on, all the great things you've shared about yourself has helped to push me through this program, and I'm so happy I did this. This has truly helped me to look into the window of my heart and mind. Y'all don't realize how much you pushed me through this. I love you for that. To read some of your stories, it's been an amazing journey with you all. I can't say enough about how I feel. It's a true sense of freedom, she said. Thank you again, my family. You don't know how much this has affected my life in a positive way. Love you all. The Love Fest. Another one said, NLP has been such a life-changing experience. I was under the impression that this course would give me some psychological skills. NLP is completely mental rewiring. What's more is that emotionally, I'm deeply affected at the core level. Yet, unlike the years of therapy that I've done, this was not traumatizing or complicated. All I can say is that it makes sense. It feels good. And this is real change. I'm grateful to have been a part of this journey with you all. Every single one of your experiences have helped me to bravely push beyond my limitations, insecurities, and stories with self-compassion and love. Isn't that beautiful? And one more, she said, thank you, Coach Karen and my beautiful family. This has been an awesome experience. It has helped me to get out of my own way and my shell that I had created for myself. It's time for me to spread my wings. Remembering slow and steady wins the race. It's a wonderful feeling to learn you have a voice. Isn't that beautiful? So NLP is life-changing. It's beautiful. There's no stress. There's no pressure. It's all about emotional wellness. So that would not be included. And you would be I'll hold your hand through the whole process. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. If you're seeing this later, you can put it in the chat or you can email me at karenmcoach@gmail.com. No one's asking questions, so I'll throw out some. Somebody said, how do I sign up? Go to the WhatsApp chat and say, sign me up. If you're not in the WhatsApp chat, you can email me, okay? Or if you have my number, you can reach out to me and say, sign me up. Someone else may say, how do I pay? I take all electronic methods, Apple Pay, Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, whatever you have, you can send it. I have a client, she even sends me checks in the mail. Whatever works for you, we got you, okay? Someone else is saying, oh, I can't pay 127. That's a good price, but I can't pay all that at once. Reach out to me on the WhatsApp chat and say payment plan, and we can work out an arrangement with you that you can pay in installments. DJ says, do we lose access to the videos after the 30 days? No, you do not. You keep everything for as long as you'd like. It's always there online. The other wonderful thing about Vimes is as long as we continue giving this course with the same outline, the same structure, it's called NLP, you can come again and again and again. So those that are watching that were in the first class, come on back, guys, get another goal or the same goal and keep working at it. Okay. So you take it this time and you can take it the next time and you could take it again because every time we're learning as we go on. Okay. Some people may look at their calendar and say, "Ooh, that means the class is going to end on the April 14th because it starts March 15th, Saturday, this Saturday. And the 12th for some of us is a religious observance, right? And the 15th is tax day. But what I like to do in the class is space out the class. So we would take a few days off whenever you choose so you can catch your breath, right? Catch up with the challenges. Sometimes as diligent as we try to be, something comes up and we get a little behind. I always give a little extra wiggle room so you can finish the class with everyone else. So we would probably end the class instead of Monday, the 14th, I would extend it to Friday, April 18th, so we can be chill, enjoy. If you finish before that, because there are always some 200% people in my class, they're going to do it. They're going to do it real good. If that's you and you finish on the 14th, that's fine. But if you need a little extra time, you have until the 18th to finish. And then we always have a party to celebrate virtually. So April 19th would be the party. All right. We always have a good time. The last time we did a paint and sip, it was phenomenal. We enjoyed each other. Okay. Sometimes people say, Karen, but what if I miss a day because something came up? You could do it on the following day. You can catch up on the weekend. There's no stress in the class. There's no pressure. There's no. And everyone is working towards the same goal. There's no judgment allowed in the class. It's a very safe, sacred place. Your privacy is respected. Okay. And you benefit from seeing other people post their work online. Because some people in the beginning were like, "Oh, I got it," but I realized I don't like telling my stuff in. Okay, you could tell me on, but then they would text me privately. But then afterward, like halfway through, it's like, "Oh, but they're going through all that and they sharing all their raw stuff. All right, I'll put mine in," right? Also, other people decided, they would write their things out each day, but then on the weekends, they would put it all in the chat with the class. It's whatever you want to make it because it's your emotional journey. Okay. But you go at your own pace and at your own rhythm. All I can guarantee you is you will not be disappointed. The class is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And like another person said last week, it's life changing. It really, really is because we have these goals, but what's holding us back from reaching them? I want to get unstuck. I want to better, get rid of this anxiety or at least learn how to manage it better. I want to get along better with my children. I want to have a loving marriage. I want to lose weight. I want to be a little more active. Well, what's holding us back? Because we say it year after year. And we set the goals in the beginning of the year, and halfway through the year, we've forgotten about the goal, or we're like, oh, please, that's not going to happen. But why? Because it's all here. We've learned 5% of our brains of what we do is logical, and the 95% is the subconscious. We don't even know why. The class helps us to learn why. Look, Itza was in the last class. She said, I recommend it 1000%. So worth it. Yeah, it was amazing. And you know what, as a coach, what brought me the greatest joy was seeing people in the beginning like, oh, like after day 3, I can't, it's just too much for me. All of that, right? They were the ones that finished. They were the ones that triumphed. Oh my goodness. And some didn't finish. So I encourage those to come on back and let's get it going, right? It's a beautiful class that you will not regret. If you're seeing this after we finish tonight, again, get in the WhatsApp chat. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm going to have it open, or you can email me privately at Karen, M as in Marinez, coach@gmail.com. I'm here at your service. Let's do it. Let's grow together. Let's enhance your emotional journey so you can get on to doing your stuff, living your life, busting through the roof, raising the roof. All right. If there are no questions, you're shy, you want to send it to me private, whatever, that's fine. But take advantage from now to Thursday of the special price 127. The class will start Saturday. Again, it's not at a particular time. You're like, Saturday, what time? Whatever time the challenge will be posted in the morning, and then you begin. You may not get to it till 8 o'clock that night. That's fine, at your pace. But when you participate, you will begin your journey. Your mind will be assessed from all different perspectives, and you will really grow. And you're like, I thought that? What? When did I? What? You will learn who you are as well. Okay. Love you guys. Have a phenomenal evening. I'm going to open the chat and we'll get started signing you up. All right. Big hugs, and I'm here for you. You're there. Yay. Shanae, did she go away? What happened? Something came up from Shanae and then it went away. Okay. But anyway, love you all. See you soon. Be well. And hopefully we'll start the class on Saturday with you in it. It's going to start, but we want you in it. All right. Okay. Toodles. Shanae said I'm there. Awesome. All right. We'll sign you up, Shanae. Take care. Love you guys. Be well. How do I stop this thing? I got to turn off. I should stay on so I could dance with y'all. All right. Bye. I'm going to say, Alejandro, ¿puede poner la música y así yo puedo bailar con ellos? Have you ever wondered why some people express their ideas clearly, connect deeply with others, and feel confident when they speak, while others struggle with fear, insecurity, or misunderstandings? The difference is their communication skills. And the best part, you can master them too with the right tools. Introducing Assertive Communication with NLP, a 30-day program designed to completely transform the way you speak to yourself and to others. Through 30 practical challenges, live classes, real-time therapy sessions, and expert guidance, you will break through the mental blocks that prevent you from speaking with confidence, improve your inner dialogue, and reprogram your mindset for success. Apply neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, techniques to communicate effectively in any situation. Learn to set boundaries without fear of rejection or guilt. Develop persuasive and influential communication skills for personal and professional success. Master the art of active listening to build deeper connections. Overcome the fear of public speaking and express yourself with ease. Gain emotional intelligence to handle difficult conversations with confidence and calm. NLP empowers you to reprogram your mind for clear, persuasive, and impactful communication. Because when you change how you talk to yourself, you also change how you speak to others and the world. And the best part, the time to start is now. Today is the day to take action, transform your inner voice, and unlock your full potential. Sign up now and take the first step toward assertive and powerful communication. Your transformation starts today. Are you ready?